Hey guys, sorry it's a little dark in the video, but I got about 20 minutes before my first stop opens, and I got some exciting news I want to share with everybody. So, I find in life that good things take time to happen, but great things happen all at once. And a couple great things happened to me this week that I want to share with you guys. But first, I want to say this. St. Paul tells us in Romans chapter 12, verse 3, that we ought to not think too highly of ourselves and give a sober judgment of ourselves. So basically, know your strengths and your weaknesses. And I think I know who I am. I think I know my strengths and weaknesses. If I'm excited about someone or something, I have no problem telling the whole world. I mean, when I met Jesus Christ in boot camp, I want to tell everyone about this generous king that I met. And I could even convince the greatest skeptic that Jesus was real. And, when I meet people that impress me, I can easily promote them, tell other people about them and, see their strengths and just amplify them in my speech. But when it comes to promoting my channel and myself, I don't know, I have a hard time, and I'm not the best at marketing my stuff. As you know, I usually forget to ask you to subscribe and hit the bell. I actually have a 5-year-old granddaughter who does a better job. She's got a little YouTube channel, and she always smiles and says, "Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell." And I'm like, yeah, I always forget to say that, Julia. And so anyway, when I started this channel, I did it because I wanted to tell people why I came back to the Catholic Church. And, things just kind of grew from there. And, the channel grew. And then, recently, with this conservative purge, I got my channel demonetized. I guess they're playing with the algorithms. I don't know what it is. But every day I look and I'm losing subscribers. So, I'm like, Lord, you made this channel. I didn't make this. I really didn't promote it. So if it was just for a season, it was just for a season. But I still feel like God wants me to keep the channel and talk. But, maybe this is it. It's going to get smaller instead of bigger like I had thought it was going to. But, so anyhow, I wanted to talk about the Mexico City policy that President Biden just overturned, I guess you would say. And it was a policy signed by Ronald Reagan that basically disallowed our tax money to go overseas to pay for abortion. So Christians who opposed abortions didn't have to pay for other people's abortions. And every Democrat would get rid of it and every Republican would put it back. Trump put it back and actually made it stronger, I think. From what I understand. And then, of course, Biden and his record number of dictator executive orders, his job killing and baby killing executive orders, he got rid of the Mexico City policy. So I thought this was a timely topic to talk about what was the Mexico City policy. And I find myself yesterday on the phone talking to the man who was actually the author of the Mexico City policy. I'm sure there was other people helping him write it, but from my understanding, he was the main guy writing the Mexico City policy. He worked for President Ronald Reagan. His name is Dr. Alan Keyes. And I'm never at a loss for words. I'm never speechless. But I have to tell you, when I talked to him, I called him and left a message, and he called me back. I was kind of speechless for a minute. I mean, I'm a political nerd. I know who this guy is. And in my estimation, he's the smartest man that ever ran for president. I mean, he has a doctorate degree from Harvard, but his wit, he's not just book smart. He has the quickest wit, and he's a devout Catholic and knows the faith well, and he articulates it better than anyone I've ever heard. So I was kind of taken aback that I had this opportunity, and it's only by the grace of God. And the funny thing is how God just when you trust God, like when God gives you strengths, He wants you to do your best. Faith without works are dead. So He gives us the ability to do things. But then there's some things in life you just can't do. So you just leave it to God. And if you trust God, things just happen. I mean, there was no way I could ever think that I could call Dr. Alan Keyes and ask him, hey, I was thinking about talking about the Mexico City policy this weekend. Would you come on my show? And he was so gracious. He was so humble, so kind. He thanked me for inviting him on my show. So he's going to be on the show tomorrow. We're going to tape it in the morning. I'll probably upload it in the afternoon. So subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. But I told you were two great things that happened. This happened because another friend of mine from Church Militant called me and said, we noticed you were demonetized, and there's a way that you could help the pro-life community, and in return, it would help your ministry. So it's called Realtors for Life. And all I got to do is tell you how awesome they are. And like I said earlier on, if I believe in something, I'm going to tell you about it. So you're going to hear me talking about this on every video. This is an awesome ministry. It's called Realtors for Life. And if you're moving, you go to realtorsforlife.org and you tell them where you're moving to, where you're moving from, and they will hook you up with a pro-life realtor. And most of them are Catholics, and they have thousands of these people. So not only are you going to get a pro-life realtor, so the commission you're paying is going to a pro-life cause, he's donating or she's donating to Realtors for Life, and then they're donating to Blue Collar Catholic if you say, hey, Blue Collar Catholic sent me. So it's just like all the commission that you would give to a realtor is going to help the pro-life community. So I think it's really awesome. It's called Realtors for Life. And I just want to give a plug for my home state of Florida. If you're thinking about moving to Florida, just do it. It's worth it. 23 years ago, I moved out from New Jersey with just a minivan, 4 kids, and less than $1,000 in my pocket, no job. And the economy is so good down here. I got a full-time job and a part-time job the first week I was here, and I never stopped, We were able to buy a home. I mean, this is, there's no state income tax. The property tax is insanely low. It's a free state. I mean, Governor DeSantis is putting a stop to the censorship on social media. I mean, it's actually a really free state. I mean, we've had no lockdowns, no quarantines. We've just been, we're living life pretty normal here. Nothing's really changed. I talk to my friends in New Jersey and I see people in California. It's like they're living in the Soviet Union these days, or, communist China. But here in Florida, we're a free state. I mean, you don't even have to wear a helmet if you ride a motorcycle. I would recommend wearing a helmet. I'm not saying, but that's how free we are. The government ain't going to tell you to wear a helmet. So you see guys on their Harleys all day long. And it's like today, it's a little chilly this morning. I got a jacket on. But they say by noon it'll be 80. I'll be in a t-shirt by noon working. It's a beautiful state to live. And again, it's a free state. We have a Republican governor who believes in freedom of speech, and he's pro-life. It's a great state. And in this time when we have, in these Democrat-run states, they're really being influenced by socialists and communists. That's not even like a slur. That's like realistic. These people believe in socialism, and they're using the COVID-19 pandemic, which is real. There is COVID's a real thing, but they're using that to impose all these overreach government rules and regulations that there's no way I could go back to New Jersey and live. I'm just, like I said, we're living our life. I'm having a Super Bowl party Sunday, and it's just going to be, all my kids and my family, and things are good in Florida. Florida's a very nice place. So I would say if you're thinking about moving, just do it. God will provide. Just do it. And get a hold of Realtors for Life. And chances are you're going to be talking to a Catholic realtor who can tell you about the parish. It's a good parish in town, and, great place for a Catholic family to live. So realtorsforlife.org. Go to their website right now. Even if you're thinking about moving, you can talk to a realtor, pick their brain. Say, hey, I'm thinking of moving to Florida. Get in touch with a realtor from Florida and just talk, Pick their brain, ask them all the questions you want. But definitely go to realtorsforlife.org. And that's my two big announcements. I had a lot more I wanted to say, and I was going to preach a little bit this morning. But I do got to get back to work, and I'm kind of seeing the time up there. So God bless and stay Catholic.